April 5th, 1942. As the spring mud season floods the front line and everything goes quiet on the Eastern Front, last week the Soviet High Command failed to realize that some army commanders were complaining about having to deal with too many formations under their leadership. Do you know what's going on? Well, because until last week, or I should say until this week, the STAVKA was unaware of this issue. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2, and we are now in April 1942, and because I never played the Soviets until April 1942, when I was scrolling through the armies on the map, I noticed one interesting thing, that the command capacity of the Soviet armies has now been reduced, and I had to go to the manual because I completely ignored this feature, and according to the manual, apparently from April 1942 until the end of the war, the Soviet armies will reduce their command capacity or command points to 18, from 21 to 18, which means that they can only, let's say, command 9 rifle divisions, or let's say 9 divisions in total. And I think I was having a look at the command. Nope. At the commander's report. Yes, exactly. Actually, I think it's here. Yes. So if I have a look on the map, and I just let's just select the armies and the command points. Yeah, so actually I have 4 armies, the 48th, the 72nd, the 59th and the 71st, which are now being overloaded. And I was not expecting to do it this week, but because now it's completely like raining, it's the thawing season, spring is coming, it makes no sense to pursue any offensive action, so I will just rearrange a little bit my chain of command. And the other good news is that last week I completely forgot about the arrival of the 1st Tank Corps, and when I was looking at the commander's report, the 1st Tank Corps is actually here. It is here. Oh my god, I am so happy that finally the Red Army is getting reorganized, and finally I am fielding the very 1st Tank Corps. It's just one. Will it make a difference? No. Where will I assign to? I have no idea. But still, I'm very happy to see that I finally have my beloved 1st Tank Corps, which is in pretty good shape, I must say. It has a decent morale, so it's I would say pretty good. And when I was looking also at the arrival of units, oh no, why is it? Let's have a look at the let's say Corps. Okay, so this week I also have received the 2nd and 3rd and 4th Tank Corps, and in 2 turns I will receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more Tank Corps, and by the beginning of May I will have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Tank Corps. Oh my god, it's gonna be fun now for my opponent to launch an offensive in 1942 with 13 or maybe even 14 or 15 Soviet Tank Corps. Yeah, let's say ready to spring into action. But anyway, let's not dream about what will happen this summer. Let's focus now on what's happening this week on the front line. Let's have a look at the events. We have the crisis averted, very nice. We have the okay, the requirements have increased. Even though, like, if you look at here now, I am in pretty good shape. Like, this is well over the amount required. This is well over the amount required, even though I think this one will increase to, I think, 60 when I will reach June. And then I have, wow, look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. I love it. And then we have Soviet Partisans and the Bucket Brigade. Okay, So, without further ado, let's have a look at the turn summary. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. I forgot to say that the Germans went on the offensive, and the Germans routed 2 rifle divisions. Okay, I'm wondering if this was because there was just a level 2 fortifications, and when attacking with 3 infantry divisions versus just 2 on a level 2, that was not enough for me to hold their advance, their attack. But yeah, that was. I don't know why. I mean, I can imagine why he's trying to maybe to shorten the front line over here. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I have no idea. But yeah, let's see. So 27,500 men lost. I received almost 90,000 men. 51,000 men received in the theater boxes, and 828 AFVs, which explains why I got now. I mean, this number can be explained by the arrival of 3 new tank corps. And the Axis received again 20,000 units manpower. Sorry, that means also 1 whole division and a few more. 1240 guns, 305 AFVs. That's a lot. Okay, and the 171,000 men received, I guess, in the replacement pool. Losses 6,000 versus 27,000. Okay, makes sense. Air losses, I guess, is 0 exactly. And if I look now at the metric, map men, yeah, I mean, it's again going up. It might not reach this peak over here, but it's the Red Army order of battle is going up. And actually, manpower pool. Oh, okay, also mine is going up. Okay, nice. That's very good to see. And so what else? I would say there is not too much that need to be done. Oh yes, actually yes. I was having a look at the situation in Crimea, and I noticed first of all that my opponent, he relocated the Slovaks over here, suggesting that he might have additional reserves for, I don't know, a push, an offensive, I have no idea, over here, so that he could either go towards Voroshilevgrad, north, and maybe link up, I don't know, create a pocket towards Voronezh, I don't know, or maybe he could just create a pocket over here, like encircle these units over here by attacking here and here, or moving eastwards towards Rostov and again encircle all the units of the southwestern front over here. I don't know, I really have no idea. And in Crimea as well, like, he pulled back with the 76th Infantry Division here. He brought reinforcements. I see here the 5th Mountain Division and the... Oh my... The 170th, the 73rd, and the 22nd Air Landing, to my knowledge, they could belong to the 11th Army. And the fact that he's grouping here the 23rd and 22nd Panzer Divisions and the 60th Motorized Infantry Division suggests that he might be preparing for a push. And I think because it would make sense for the Germans to strike from here, to launch a counterattack from here, or unless he's just preparing some mobile reserves to prevent me from cutting the Jankoy-Sevastopol railway line. I don't know, but this is a bit concerning, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Time will tell. Anyway, so this week I will just complete the redeployment of the forces into Crimea, and oops, sorry. I will also send the 11th NKVD Rifle Division here in Crimea, and yeah, I will try to push as soon as the weather improves towards Kerch, so that then I could reinforce the 44th Army, and then, let's see, try to push over here. It doesn't make sense to push over here because here there are just regiments and here there are mountains, so yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And so, having said that, folks, the time has come to jump straight into the episode. Alright, folks, so first of all, I'm glad I noticed this issue in the reduction of the command capacity of the Soviet armies now than, I don't know, in May, June, July, to make things even worse. Because now I still have, as I said, I still have some time to reorganize my field armies, and yeah, I shouldn't have any issue by the time the German offensive arrives. And on the other hand, yes, I'm still planning an offensive in Crimea, and I would say, the Soviet High Command is planning an offensive in Crimea, and also somewhere else, but I cannot really spoiler it too much. And the Soviet High Command really welcomes the arrival of the tank corps, because personally, I never played as the Soviets. I have no idea how to employ the tank corps on the battlefield, so it'll be like a bit of a learning curve. For sure, I plan to use them as hex flippers, just like the Panzer divisions of the Germans. But yeah, so let's see. I don't know how, but I'm sure I will find a way. I will figure out a way on how to best employ the tank corps. And you see me here playing around with some rifle division that all carry the same, let's say, number of the rifle corps. Because yes, in June, this I remembered. In June, I will be allowed to raise the first rifle corps, and I'm looking forward to it because I have great plans for my rifle corps. But I would say now it's still April, so I have to wait 2 more months. And with this, folks, that's all from my side. As always, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you all again in the next episode.